Hey guys, how's it going and welcome to a new video. So today is Friday, tomorrow the Premier League starts up again. I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to the football every weekend. We've been very lucky with football at the minute. I've been in St James's Park about 4 times this week. But the Premiership starts up. Obviously Newcastle are playing Preston tomorrow, so we'll get onto that in a minute. But first, let's have a look at the predictions I made for last weekend's Premier League. So obviously Newcastle is included as always, and it's a good job it was, because that was the only prediction I got right. I got the 3-0 against Ipswich. Even in terms of win/draw/loss, I didn't get any right. Which isn't very good. On the comments of last week's video, Dupe commented with these scores, and he did better than I did. He managed to get one correct score, Man City Southampton 1-1, and then in terms of win, draw, loss, he got 2 right. He got the Newcastle win and then the Man City Southampton draw, so well done to him. You got 2, which isn't amazing, but it's still better than my 1. So well done, mate. Let's move on to this weekend's football. If you want to be featured in next week's video, make sure you drop a like on this video and let me know in the comments what your predictions are. But to start things off, we have Newcastle versus Preston. Obviously not Premier League, but I have to mention them as I do in every video. We beat Preston on Tuesday 6-0 and got through the next round of the League Cup. If you missed my video, check that out up here. Tuesday's game was a bit of a freak game. We won 6-0. I'm so glad we won 6-0, but they weren't playing a full-strength team and they got a man sent off pretty early in the match. So I don't think we'll hit the heights of 6-0. But I'm still pretty convinced we'll get a win. We are away from home. I'm going to drop a 2-0 on this game. Our defence has been a lot more solid than it has been in the previous game, so I'm hoping for a clean sheet. I reckon Gale will get a goal back on the score sheet. So yes, first prediction of the weekend is Newcastle 2, Preston 0. To be honest, there aren't that many high-flying games in the Premier League this weekend, but starting from the bottom to the top, the first game is at 12:30 on Saturday, and that is Sunderland versus Arsenal. Obviously, as a Newcastle fan, when it comes to Sunderland, it's not often I like to see them win, but to be honest, they're not doing that well whether I want them to or not. So Arsenal at home, it's a big game for them. David Moyes, starting off his first game saying that they're already in a relegation battle, and to be honest, 10 games later, it hasn't changed. They are not doing very well. If he loses this game, I think the board have got to just do it. Just get rid of him. Give Big Sam a ring. Do something. He can't stay at the club if you guys want to actually do something this season. And then on the other hand, Arsenal are flying. Arsenal are playing very well at the minute. They're going to be going to a team who aren't doing very well, like I just said, and they're going to want to cement their place in the Premier League. So I'm going to quite convincingly say an Arsenal win for a start. Jermaine Defoe might get a goal. It is at home. I'm going to put 2-1. I reckon Arsenal are going to win, let's be honest. Sunderland may nick a goal, but I think at the end of the day, Arsenal are going to do it. So 2-1 Arsenal. Moving into the 3 o'clock games, and the best game on at that time, in my opinion, is the Tottenham versus Leicester game. Tottenham have gone a little bit under the radar this season, obviously with the heights of Man City, Man United, Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, everyone coming through and everyone bigging them up. Tottenham, but they've been doing all right. They've been grinding their way through. Obviously, they beat Man City the other week. On the other hand, Leicester obviously won the league last season. Everyone knew it was going to be a struggle to repeat that. They're doing very well in the Champions League. I think it'll be a close game. I think if Leicester get a goal first, it would be a better game. But at the end of the day, I think Tottenham have probably got a bit too much for them at the minute. Last season, probably a different story. But at the minute, I'm going to go 1-0 Tottenham. Moving into the Sunday, 2 games on. First one, Everton versus West Ham. 2 teams who generally you would say are good, mid-table, even maybe a bit higher than that teams, but recently just aren't doing it. West Ham are having essentially a nightmare at the minute. The whole new stadium thing, I think, is really belly flopped. I hope you guys come through. But I have to say that at the minute, you have to admit, it is not going well. And then Everton, I don't really get Everton sometimes. Like, Lukaku will score 5 goals in a game and then do nothing for the next 4 games. So at the end of the season, he scored 30 goals in a season. It's just a shame that all of them were against 5 different bottom 5 teams. Honestly, I can see why this is on the Sunday, because it could be quite a good game. West Ham are going to want to come out and show that they are better than where they are in the league this minute. And it's going to be a test to Everton to actually show that they can play at a higher level than sometimes they perform. I don't know why, but I've got a feeling that West Ham will nick it. There's been so much bad press about the Chelsea game. Obviously, they'll be on a high from that. but there was like fighting and stuff at the ground. I think they're going to come out themselves fighting for the win. I'm going to put this down 2-1 away win to West Ham over Everton. And finally we have Southampton versus Chelsea. Chelsea thumped Man U 4-0. So they were on a high, but then they did lose midweek to West Ham in the League Cup. Southampton, on the other hand, have been doing really well. They beat Sunderland midweek in the League Cup 1-0. Charlie Austin seems to be banging them in. Redmond seems to have woken up and started doing stuff. It's out Southampton, so they've obviously got the home advantage. Chelsea are obviously it's a game they should expect to win. Southampton are a good team, but if Chelsea want to be up there at the end of the season, they should be winning this game. Honestly, I think there'll be goals. I'm very undecided of which way I think it's going to go. I'm just going to sit on the fence with this one and just put 1-1. Charlie Austin goal and Costa, because he's in my dream team and I'd love for him to score as well. But yes guys, those are my predictions for this weekend's football. Hoping Newcastle get a win. We're on a good run of form at the minute and I hope it continues. If you want to feature in next week's video, then make sure to drop a like and comment down below your predictions. Whoever gets the most right or manages to beat me by the most, because I'm sure you guys will, I'll make sure to drop your name in the next video. But as always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you later. This is where my run of tickets is going to be when we get all the way to Wembley. Alright? It's optimistic, we've only got one so far.